Bitcoin is pumping massively towards the upside right now here, and right now on this exact moment we are literally retesting the most important resistance of this entire price range, because yes, Bitcoin may has been moving up here, but it's still trading in this exact same price range. So I will be exactly talk about what this means today, where we should be looking at, because Bitcoin is right now creating a massive CME gap below it. Do we need to be worrying about this? I will be exactly talk about it. I will talk about the reasons why Bitcoin of course is pumping right now, and many more important charts. So without any further ado guys, I'm super excited. Don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video, smash it back up our 400 likes, that will be incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content, because on the imminent short term, I mean yesterday we created a CME gap and we can clearly see Bitcoin didn't fill up the CME gap, went down of course before basically closing that weekend, but still managed to create a small little CME gap around 29.9k to 29.7k. So we've currently got a small little CME gap, but like I've said in the past as well, if we're looking back at previous occasions, there is also still a CME gap on $9,000, and people waited ages for this to get filled up, but still it's not filled up here, and after that the gigantic bull run started. So if you're waiting for the CME gap to necessarily get filled up, you could potentially lose out on a super good buying opportunity. So I am not the one that's going to be doing that, and I'm not the one that's going to be losing in that way, but we are currently creating a CME gap, and I will tell you 9 out of the 10 times they tend to get filled up here. But maybe it's going to be different this time, but likely it is going to be filled up in the near future. So Bitcoin remains to be continuing upwards, and of course it's due to the fact that Bitcoin is pricing in the news that basically that we're probably going to get a Bitcoin spot ETF in the coming 60 days from now on, because the final deadline for a Bitcoin spot ETF is the 10th of January, and we are expecting that all the ETFs are going to get accepted at the same time. So that is why we're expecting that before the 10th of January 2024 we're going to get these spot ETFs getting approved, and especially since Gary Gensler is right now working together with the issuers to complete this filing, what is of course absolutely massive news. And due to that, Bitcoin is really climbing towards the upside. The price is already reaching 31,000 US dollars. It also just broke above this very critical previous resistance on the 4-hourly time frame, and you can just not outright deny that we're creating massive momentum. The momentum of Bitcoin is epic and it's super strong. At the same time, a quick little fact here, Michael Saylor is back in profit and currently is in approximately 126 million US dollars in unrealized profits, what is of course absolutely massive, since they have been buying the bear market and brought their average buying price down due to that. So super excited for that. Bitcoin also on the 12-hour time frame confirmed that break above the resistance I was looking at. Currently the next realistic resistance target is 31.5k, and yes, 31.5k is also the exact level that we need to be breaking above of if we want to be breaking outside of this range here. So you can see it also on the daily time frame. 31.5k is the high of the market, 31.5k is the high of this range right here, and if we manage to be confirming the break above that level right there, that is going to be the confirmation that we're breaking outside of this range, and that will be the confirmation for an even bigger scale move for Bitcoin. And yes, it sounds maybe a little bit ridiculous, but we could even go up to $40,000 before potentially that Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved. And once it gets approved, we're probably going to really see that continuation to 40,000 US dollar happening. Super excited on Bitcoin. On the 3-day time frame as well, we broke this 700 days, almost 700 days downtrend. What is of course a massive break for Bitcoin and a massive win as well. We confirmed the breakout already earlier yesterday, and right now we're basically having a price target of around 47,000 US dollars. Bitcoin broke this massive downward sloping resistance line, and ever since we've been really crushing it towards the upside. So if you want to be trading Bitcoin that is literally about to hit 31,000 US dollars in no time right now here, make sure you go to the link in the description, because guys, if anyone had claimed this insane deposit bonus of 1,000 US dollar free airdrop position, you would have gotten maybe already more than 2 or 3,000 US dollars since the market has pumped so significantly. So congratulations, because you can right now claim a free 1,000 US dollar long or short position, and if you claim it in long, you can of course benefit from the volatility towards the upside. So all you need to do here is sign up an account using that link below, deposit $100 on that account and complete KYC, and then you can go back towards this page and claim that free 1,000 US dollar airdrop position on Bitcoin or on XRP, whatever you want to be doing. But Bitcoin is really the asset that currently is shining. So Bitcoin is currently knocking on the resistance here on the top side. You can clearly see we got rejected, boom, right here. We got rejected right here, and currently again we are retesting this level. But I always say 3 times, that is the point where we're going to break it, because I have said this several times before, resistance are like crackers. The more times you're going to hit it, the more likely it is that it is actually going to break. And right now it's the 3rd time that we're retesting it, and here we cleared so many sell orders already, and that is why I'm expecting we are probably going to be breaking above it. And if we break above it, we are literally breaking outside of this price horizon that we have been trading in for an approximately 237 days here. So if we break outside of this region, it's going to be super excited for Bitcoin, because that is the point where real volatility is going to pick up here. This was just a gigantic reaccumulation phase, and Bitcoin eventually broke upwards, if it's going to be breaking upwards. So Bitcoin, of course, looking also on the daily time frame, we're creating just this massive W pattern. So Bitcoin creating a W pattern, and if we then also break above the top side, that is also going to be the confirmation of that break above that horizontal resistance. And if we can break above that level, that is the point where we're really going to see the continuation happen for Bitcoin. So we can currently see here on the weekly time frame as well, Bitcoin is creating a beautiful W pattern, and if we break and confirm the weekly breakout of this level right here, we are confirming a massive breakout. Also, on do notice, guys, the last weekly candle we created was a 10.6% weekly candle. This was one of the largest weekly candles, to be exact, the 4th largest weekly candle out of 2023. So that is absolutely amazing to be seeing for Bitcoin. But resistance to break is $31,000 on that weekly time frame. And yes, guys, if we're looking actually at the volume right now on the imminent short term, it really needs to be breaking out on volume as well, because the volume has still been declining. And at the point that the volume is going to be picking up here, it's going to also show us some signs of interest picking up here. So that is what I will be looking at closely as well. But if we're looking at the weekly or monthly time frame for Bitcoin, and we're going to be looking at the volatility index, we can currently see that still Bitcoin on the monthly time frame is still at historical lows in terms of historical volatility. And you can see this happened a few times before. It happened in 2016, it happened in 2022, and it is happening right now here. And it can show you every single time it happened, the volatility stayed so low for Bitcoin. We had some massive run-ups, and that is why I am also once again expecting we are about to be having some crazy volatility for Bitcoin. And you can currently see here Bitcoin is knocking on the most important resistance, that $32,000 level, that level that previously arrived in the bull market, provided support, and currently is providing resistance. So if we break above this exact level, that is going to be the point where we will be having massive volatility hitting the markets for Bitcoin. So I'm going to be looking very closely at that. At the imminent short term, guys, we can currently see that the open interest is rising ever so slightly on the price section of Bitcoin. I mean, if you compare it towards the previous high that we are currently already trading above of, we're still trading way lower compared to the open interest. So that is a very good development in my opinion. This was it for me in today's update video, guys. We are looking at not so many liquidations right now here on the imminent short term here, but if you are willing to trade this, make sure to trade carefully, but make sure to always look at this very important range, because I honestly think that this price consolidation range is the most important range to pay attention towards. And if we break outside of this region, we are just going to be seeing some massive moves getting created. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm super excited, and of course, don't say I've not said it, because Bitcoin, it is going to go towards 100K probably in the coming 2 years. Yeah, I've been buying a lot of Bitcoin in the bear market, and yeah, hopefully you guys are making wise choices as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.